Walmart. Oh god, not Walmart. Hey everyone, I'm Emma, aka that CP chick, and welcome back to my channel. I would say the second question I get most often, besides what type of cerebral palsy do you have, is what's dating like? And for me, I've been pretty transparent about how, or basically what my dating life is like, and if you're interested in reading more of it, I will link those articles in the description box. But so that's a really hard question for me to tell you what dating would be like for you, because it's different for everybody. And so I got to thinking about how I would respond to this question, and I started talking to a friend about it, and I said, well, what if we just boil it down to like 3 dating tips, or 3 things that you've learned from going on dates that you want to pass on. So this video is a little bit different. I'm going to give you 3 dating tips or things that I've learned about dating through going on dates, which is really the way you learn kind of about these things. Alright, so tip number 1, always be yourself. That's definitely a good tip, I think, for everyone. I remember I went just to like hang out, and the guy that I was hanging out with was moving into like a new apartment, so I went with him to like I don't know, go and like help him figure out what stuff would match in his new apartment. And I remember thinking, this is so weird, but like we like joked around about things that obviously didn't match, things that he should get, and it was just so fun. So if you let loose and have fun, I think that's the number 1 priority. Number 2 is laugh. Like, just laugh and have fun. I have a bit of I have a story that I wrote about before. I went to go meet this guy and his friend with my friend at a Mexican restaurant, and in the middle of lunch I got a call from a friend that I had to take, so I went outside to take that call real quick, and then I came back in. Well, when I came back in, and the mat was kind of like pulled up a little bit, so I ended up tripping, and I tripped over a mat and hit my head on the gumball machine so hard that a gumball came out, and it was like so embarrassing. Like, everybody was around me, they're like, oh my goodness, are you okay? What happened? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. So I get back to the table, and I seem like a little frazzled, and then like my friend looks over at me and goes, what's wrong? And I'm like, I literally just tripped over a mat and hit my head on a gumball machine and got it, like, it literally, a gumball fell out of it. And I just remember that everybody laughed about it, and it was fine. And later on, I think he made a joke about, like, hey, do you still have that gumball? Like, did you eat it? Like, what did you do with it? And I was like, yeah. Anyways, just always be able to laugh at yourself and just at the funny stuff that happens, because it is kind of awkward. You're definitely sitting across somebody that you don't know very well, and you're trying to get to know them, and it's definitely a new experience. The third tip I have is, like, try not to let your disability or any of that stuff get in your way. Because my view about this is that if a guy cares at all about your disability, he's like, no, I don't want to date you because of that. Don't like worry about it, because number 1, you don't need to go out with him anyway. Number 2, your disability is not all of you, but it certainly is part of you, and if you're looking to date someone, you want somebody to accept you for who you are. Yeah, so you shouldn't let that bother you. And then something that I learned from this story. I actually met somebody at a IHOP, and I was like really nervous. I was like, I've been talking to this guy for a good bit, and like, what if he doesn't? What if my disability scares him? And like, we sat through the whole thing, and I was really nervous. I also didn't feel good that day. That wasn't a good day for me. But I, I realized, I was like, he really doesn't care. He just wants to get to know me as a person, and that's part of me. And he's like, hey, I don't think it's a big deal at all. And then I was like, cool. And so then we hung out another time, and now we're trying to figure out how in the world we're gonna hang out again. But what I'm saying is, basically, all this is to say, make sure you be yourself, laugh and have fun, and don't let your disability or anything get in the way, because then you won't be able to have a good time. And honestly, I think going on dates is so much fun. Just because, like, I don't know, it's fun trying to get to learn someone new. Okay, hey guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get notifications and so that you can see when I have new videos up. And also, don't forget to follow me on social media.